Hi everyone, I'm doing this video to tell you about my experience with Julio and RESFO. I first contacted Julio because I went through a very traumatic experience, an experience that actually I never thought I would go through. I experienced someone dying in front of me in a very tragic way, in a very violent way. And well, this really traumatized me, and since this event I started to experience what I'm gonna call panic attacks. And a lot of anxiety. I always consider myself very calm and relaxed person, and after this I started having these like my heart rate started to go very fast. I couldn't breathe. I had this feeling in my stomach that it just wouldn't go away with anything. And one time I remember this, these kind of things happen very often, but I remember this in particular, that I was in my job. I was in a meeting, and I wasn't even thinking about what had happened because it had been like a week that these happened. And we were just sitting there. I was very relaxed actually in that moment, and all of a sudden I started to feel very anxious, very nervous, and I started to feel like afraid, I'm gonna say. And I had those feelings again of my heart rate. Like my heart was very, very fast. I started to have trouble breathing, and I started to feel like a little dizzy, and I just and I started shaking. So I just felt I had to leave the room. So I left the room, and then I just started doing like some breathing exercises. And once I was calmed down, I went back into the room, and these kind of things started to happen to me very often. And these were things that I had never experienced before this happened to me. And then like 2 weeks, like 2 weeks after that happened to me, I drive a scooter. So I'm thinking that because I was having those feelings and not feeling so well emotionally, well, I had an accident in my scooter. I fell and I was very injured. I didn't break any bones or anything, but I was very injured. And well, adding that to how I was already feeling, well, it made it worse. And by that time I was actually starting to feel a little better, not a lot, but just a little better. And well, when this happened, when I had the accident in the scooter, this feeling came back. Once again, I started to feel very panicky, and it was even worse because I started to have like trouble eating. Like I wasn't able to eat. I don't know why, but I couldn't eat. I felt really bad, like physically, emotionally. And then I started having trouble sleeping as well. I just couldn't sleep because I had really, really bad nightmares related to the incident. And even if I wasn't thinking about it, like throughout the day, I would have those nightmares and have that feeling that I have. And then, well, in where I work, I have 2 colleagues that they would tell me about Julio and about RESFO. And they would tell me that, well, their experience, that they went with Julio. And one of them, I remember what she told me. She said like that she was feeling kind of the same way that I was feeling, but more of a depression kind of feeling. And she told me that it was something very hard to explain, that in the first session she started to feel a lot better, that she stopped having that feeling that she was having. And I don't know, like, to be honest, I was very skeptical about it. I just thought, I would think to myself, like, this is too good to be true, you know? So, but then I was already feeling like really bad emotionally and physically too. So I just thought, like, you know what? Like, I don't have anything to lose. I might as well just give it a shot. And I did. I contacted him, and just how they told me, it was something amazing that I as well don't know how to explain. Because I mean, you would think that, I don't know, it was just very amazing how it was like he did it like with a magic wand. And because with the first session, I started to feel a lot better emotionally and physically as well, because I felt very calm and